good. Oh, you're looking at the telly. That's even less good, really, isn't it? Right, let's sort my hair out. Somebody will be here in a minute. No volume there, that's good. Morning, Tracy. How are you? Are you good? Just trying to sort the iPad out. It's not playing. Take that to full screen. Either that or I've got big hands and it's like, oh, that's better. Now I can see. Morning, 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 morning. Morning. I can't recognise all the symbols, but good morning if you're there. Good morning, Pauline. Morning, Kit. How are we all? Are we good? My hair's all right. That's good. Apart from the silver. We're all getting that, aren't we? Good morning. Are we okay, girls? Did you have a good day? Pauline, your vegetables looked very good yesterday. I hope they tasted as good. And how was your rice pudding? Was that good? It did look good. Well, not, I didn't see the rice pudding, but, you know. Anyway, you inspired me. I had chicken salad for tea and rice pudding for afters with fresh raspberries. But there you go. Hooked on doing this memory. Oh, on this memory book. Right, I couldn't read the last line then, Tracy. I love doing my memory books. So, yeah, it's good. Very good. Right, morning, Amelia. How are you, darling? Are you okay? I'll wave. It says wave, so I'm waving at you. But there you go. I wonder what happens if I press wave. All this technology we're learning. I've pressed wave, so I presume it's going to wave back at you, Amelia. Morning, Lydia. Right, okay. We could just go on going good morning, good morning, good morning, couldn't we? Right, okay. So, as many of you know, and I did go live on Saturday and I didn't really mention it, we lost our Rottweiler on Friday night. I kind of knew that it was going to happen. She'd not been very well over the week and we'd kind of been backwards and forwards to the vets and she'd deteriorated, so it was time. I knew it was going to happen, so that's fine. So we're using Pampered Pets this week and I want to show you a couple of bits I've made, and they're going to go to the vets later today, and the card I've made we're also going to make today. Okay, so excuse the noise because the Frenchies are in with me. Amy and I are obviously, we're heartbroken. It's, you know, it was a big thing and Amy was incredibly brave and was with her right to the end. So I'm going to turn the camera down and around and show you the suite that we're going to be using. So let's see if I can do this. Right, so you're looking at the ceiling for a minute and now you should be, I'm hoping. Let's see if I've got everything in shot. I might just need to move the, hang on. Sorry, because my arm is now across the screen, which I absolutely hate. So we should now be able to see pretty much what's on my desk. So we've got the Playful Pets suite. This is the suite. So you've got the really pretty paper down here, and there's two different sorts of ribbon. So there's this stitched ribbon and then the twine, and then there's the gorgeous trinkets. So it's a really beautiful suite. It comes with dies and a stamp set. So there you go. There's the stamp set. And it has matching dies to these. Oh, did you see that? The sun went in. It's not great, is it? Right, hang on, there we go. So with these, okay, so colourable images and die cut images, and of course also you've got the cat and dog builder punches, which you could also use with these suites, with this suite. Okay, right, so I'm going to pop this to one side. So this is the paper pack. You get 2 of each one. This chap die cuts out, as does, hang on, this cat, this one here. Okay, and I think that's the, I'll show you the dies in a minute. All right, But so the papers are really nice. That you've got dogs and stripes, and then you've got the paw prints, fish, fur. I have enough of that around my house. Don't need to see it in the thing. Then you've got that one and words. Then you've got bowls and words. Hang on. And then I think we're back to the, yeah. So that's the papers. They're really, really pretty. Okay, really lovely to use. So this is what I've made for the vets. I'm going to go and buy a 12 by 12 box frame today to pop it in to pop this in so I can take it to the vets. And I've done literally no stamping on this. The whole thing is die cut. So you've got the die cut images, or they're not die cut. I've actually sat and fussy cut all these images. So if I just move it up a bit, look, you can see the one at the bottom. We've got a little dash hound. And then there's the cat with the ball of twine. So yeah, so I've just literally, and that's the double punch pack, the heart punch pack. And these are the old letters that we've got, but I love these letters. I will never part with these. So that's what I've done. It's on Sahara sand. And I've used basic black and real red to tie in with it. Okay, and this piece is a retired piece. But I just thought it popped and it looked really lovely. So that's going to the vets today. And we needed to make a thank you card, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is the stamp set. So you've got the 2 cats. Yogi's growling at himself in the telly. And the 2 dogs. You've got the bowl, a mouse, some butterflies, hearts. And everybody, we always know somebody that loses a pet. And this just says, always in your heart, so sorry for your loss. But, you know, it could be just with flowers. You could put flowers on it. And it could be a condolences card for someone losing a human being as well. So and I hope your day is a real treat. You could put a coffee cup or an ice cream or something else under it. So the sentiments are really good. So it comes with the dies. So in the dies you've got some paw prints that cut out. Then you've got the 2 dogs and the 2 cats. So it's quite nice. It's lovely. And that's what we're going to use today. So I'll pop that to one side and the dies. Right, this is our card for today. I don't know why I've got the trimmer there because I've already scored. So, right. So, I've got my, this is my card. My desk is a tip. Look, I'm going to shake this off in a minute because there seems to be dog hair everywhere, which I'm not quite sure how it's got on my desk, but there you go. So, this is the card. It is basic black, real red, and this is Whisper White, and it's sponged with grey granite. And we're going to do a mask and then stamp inside afterwards, okay? And then this is inside. So this is the mask and sponged around the outside. So this is the card. So that's what we're going to do today. Right, let's just, and I've got my 2 bits of mask there. Let's just, excuse the blank screen a minute. Let's just get rid of this piece. Just shaking it on the floor. As you do, I hoover in this house, so it's fine. Right, let's come back with a clean piece. Okay, I don't really need the ruler for a minute. Right, I've got those bits to show you as well. Right, so to create my, whoops. Got a punch there that I've been experimenting with. So I have used the, God, there's fur everywhere. How did this get up here? Oh, I know how it got up here. Okay, right, that's going in the bin. Right. Oh God, I hate an untidy craft desk. Right. Okay, so I am using the Be Mine stitched framelits dies, which this is one half of them and this is the other half. Now I never bought the stamp set because I didn't like the stamp set much, but I love this die. I love these heart dies. They cut out and give beautiful frames and inners. This is a really beautiful one to be able to use. It's just quite pretty. and I liked the fact, and it's got this border. It's not one I use very often, but I like the stitched hearts, and it's 2 different shapes. So for me, that was quite a good value pack. Right, let's pop that back to one side. So the one I've used today is just this one, okay? So it cuts both sides. So you're going to end up with an inner and an outer, okay? So what I did was I cut it on real red. So there's my, let's show you my, so there's my inner and my outer, if I put them back together. Okay. Like that. All right. And then I've also cut, if I can find them, because I put them all together really safely. There they are. I did the same with just some copy paper, so I had a couple of masks. Okay. Right, our card base is 11 inches by 5.5, scored at 5.5. Okay. Then I've got, morning Diana, 5.25 by 5.25, and I've got 2 pieces of that because I'm matting and layering inside as well. And then I've got 5 by 5, again 2 pieces because they're going to go inside and outside. Okay, and a piece of scrap to stamp on. So I've done all the die cutting, so let's just move these bits to one side, and I'll pick them up as I need them. Pop them there, and I'm going to pop this bit to one side as well, and I'm going to keep this in view. So when I did my masks, I have in my stash, and we don't sell it anymore, I have a 2-way glue pen. Now you could do the same with Tombow and leave it to go tacky. So I'm just going to do this now. I'm just going to do a couple of strips down there, and it's going to go a bit tacky. It's not going to adhere to the card too much because I'm leaving it to dry slightly. And it's going to be tacky, as I said. So I will be able to stick this down as my mask. Okay, so while we're waiting for those to dry, just pop this up here. I'm going to stamp my dog. Oh, I've got all the offcuts here, look. I'm all a bit discombobulated this morning. Right, so let's grab, we're using this one. In fact, no, I can't stamp him because it's on the heart. Okay, that's fine. Let's start again, shall we? That's the one we're using. Right, hang on. So, I don't need that. I don't know why I thought I needed that. Right, how is this? Right, this is okay. So, ignore what I've just said. So, I'm going to pop my card down. It's not particularly central, but hey, that's okay. And I'm going to position my heart in the centre, okay? Right, so can't we use the brayer? Should I brayer it? No, I'm going to sponge it. We could, right, where's a black dauber? There it is. Right, so did you know you can sponge with Memento? Did you know that? Okay, so I'm just, as we normally do, picking up my ink. You can see it's there, okay? Let's move this out of the way. And I'm going to start off the edge and bring it in, okay? So off the edge and bring it in. Circular motions, okay? Re-ink again, off and bringing it in, okay? I think my dauber has seen better days, but hey, it's fine for this because I kind of want this cloudy. If you wanted a smoother effect, I would use the brayer. And I don't mind if it's not all uniform in colour. I can press harder in different places and add different bits to it, make it lighter. It's kind of that marbly effect that I'm going for on this. can go back in and add a bit more down this side. Okay, and then you can just peel this off carefully, like that. Okay, so that's that one. Let's do the next one. So again, just going to pop my heart down a bit centrally. There's nothing technical being done in this either, it's all kind of by eye. I could hear water then. I presume that Amy and Ashley have put the washing machine on. Right, okay. Going in off the top. Like that. And all the way around. Okay, and just pop it off like that. Right, so that's that bit. So we've done our sponging. I didn't need both masks, so that's good. Right, so the next bit we're going to do is stamp our dog. So I'm going to decide that I'm going to use that one as the front because it's darker. So I'm going to get my little dog. Morning, Nay. So here's my little dog. I like this little guy. Now he's going to fit slightly outside the heart. Right, hang on, let's just stamp him down. All right, so that's that one. And I am going to use a sentiment today, but I'll position that afterwards. Because very sadly, one of the fluff dogs that live with my friend Hayley passed at the weekend, so I will be sending her this lovely card. Right, the two sets of colours that I've got here are grey granite and smoky slate, I think. Grey granite and smoky slate. Yeah, and then I've also got out Poppy Parade to do his collar because I thought it popped. So I started off by using the dark smoky slate and just adding some shadow, kind of where you knew there would be more shadow, if that, you know. So around the bottom of his paws, a bit there and a bit there. And it's going to be some under his collar, where his fur's a bit, or, you know. Like that. Around there, a bit around there, and obviously the top of his ear and where it's bent down, and a bit there. Okay, so we've got kind of got our darker shading. Then I'm going right back to light grey granite, and I'm going to do the whole of him, and then I can add more shading in where I want it once I've got the base colour down. Okay. So just pressing, not pressing, just very lightly with the brush tip because it's quite a large area. Not pressing very hard at all. Right, now I can go back in with the darker grey granite, and again can just add a little bit more shading to some of these areas. You don't have to do your dogs this colour, they could be any colour. Brown, you could just do them you could do Dalmatian, kind of any colour dogs you like. He'd be gorgeous as a Westie. He's got that kind of fluffy coat. Right, a bit more here, look, a bit. Okay, and then again I'm just going to grab the grey granite again, the light one, and we're just going to blend that in. So we're just going to go over again, blending all of that in. There you go. Poppy Parade, light Poppy Parade to start with for his collar. Like that. Okay, now his collar's rounded, so when you look at a rounded object, if you're looking full on, it's always darker at each of the edges, so just a little bit of shading at each of the edges. And then again, let's just blend the whole thing with the light to make it even. That is our colouring for that bit. Okay, right, so I'm going to grab the inside bit now, and a block if I can find one. There we go, and a block, and my stamp set. And my sentiment, because I'm going to pop the sentiment inside. Okay, make sure it's the right way up. Right, there we go. Okay, so pop those to one side. I'm going to grab our black, basic, or memento should I say. I'm just going to stamp it. Now, if I wanted to get this really dark, I could put this in the Stamparatus and overstamp and overstamp and overstamp. But I'm just going to go straight down and straight up. Okay. That's so beautiful. I love that sentiment. So then we can just begin to put this together. And there's really not a lot to it today. So all my edges are already dark because we've got started off the paper and worked our way in. So I'm not going to fussy it up with the ribbon and that. I'll show you those in a minute because it doesn't need to be it's not that kind of card. So I'm just going to add the glue to my real red. Nice bit of Tombow. I'm definitely a Tombow girl. It's the glue I go back to time and time and time again. Right, so that's one side. And we'll do the inside as well. Work methodically. Okay, so now let's do our front. Okay. Like that. And then we'll do the inside as well. Like that. Okay. So last but not least, we need to add our 2 hearts. Okay, so I'm just going to, now shall I use the, if I can find it, because I've put it away really safely. Okay, but I won't be using the silicone mat this morning because I've put it away really safely. That's not good, is it? I need to fish that back out. Right, so I'm going to use my Tombow, and I'm just going to lightly go around the edge. You could use the fine tip glue pen for this. Let's just move it around. Trying desperately not to get it on my fingers. Whoops, it's quite a lot. I'm really not even squeezing the tube. I'm just letting what's there flow kind of naturally. Right, let's pick that up, and it will position exactly over your masking. Okay, like that. So there's the front. Right, last little bit of shading, which I haven't done. So let's just add some of that shading in. There you go. Right, so, and then the last little bit to do inside is we can just stick our heart on the inside, like that. There you go. So, not fancy this morning, quite simple. So even a newbie could do this. You could paper cut your heart and just mask it, and then just use the stamps to create this and not have the red frame. So even somebody that was really new could do this morning. As you can see, I've done it bigger today than I did yesterday. This is a, what was yesterday? Yesterday is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So slightly bigger. I prefer it slightly bigger actually. So that's today's card. So this one is going to the vets. We're going to write in it later. And this one is going to my friend who lost a Frenchie at the weekend. They're all over the Rainbow Bridge playing together, but that's good. So, right, let's just show you the last bits that come with this. Let's see if you can see these. Right, so these are the trinkets that come with this set. So you've got the little bone and then a little heart. Okay, so you could, you know, you could have had a little heart attached to his collar, look, which is quite sweet, or a little bone. But I kind of think for the kind of card it is, you don't need those bits. Let's just see if I pick that up carefully. So that's with the heart, look. You can see it's there. And then this one is the bone. Okay. A bit of glue on there. Right, let's pop those away. They're also great if you make memory books to put in. Right, now these are the twines and the ribbons. So you've got the black and white twisted twine, which is really lovely. And then you've got the gorgeous red stitched ribbon, which is really nice. Nice combo. And of course you could ink colour this one, colour the twine if you wanted with your inks and leave it to dry. 1/4 inch makes such a difference. Oh, Tracy, 1/4 inch makes such a difference in every walk of life, darling. It certainly does, look. It does make a huge difference. So there you go. So those are my cards this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've got 2 2 more projects with the Pampered Pets this week. Pauline, I know you're going to love this. And I'll step them up as we go along. Okay, have a lovely day, stay safe, and I will see you all on, we're Monday today, aren't we? I'll see you all on Thursday, and there'll be bits and pieces on the blog this week in between. Stay safe, stay well, and take care. Bye, guys.